Hey, I'm Nick Daniels, running for the position of NATCA president.
I'm Jamaal-Haltom, running for the position of NATCA executive vice president. So we've traveled around to lots of facilities, talked to lots of members, and we just want to have a conversation about some of the topics that we cover when we're out in the field.
Yeah, we've been to roughly over 50 facilities now, and a lot of the topics remain the same. Probably on the importance lists for members have been pay and contract. When we go out and speak with them, Jamaal, what is some of the main points that you think that we should cover when we go out and talk about pay and contract?
Let's start with the contract.
Okay.
We obviously, as labor union representatives, recognize that the CBA is fundamental to everything that we do. It's really a foundational piece of being a labor organization. When we want to address the contract is a question that often comes up to us. What do we think about how the contract looks going forward? And we embrace the opportunity to lead this union in contract negotiations. Having had that experience in the past, I know that it's one that is not easy, but it's certainly a worthwhile endeavor. What are some of your thoughts that come to mind with you when it comes up?
When it comes to the contract, know that a lot of members are, not understanding or haven't been educated on the actual negotiation process. It's not just putting out a list of hopes and dreams and that, somebody's going to give it to you. It's going to take leaders that know and understand the importance of strategy, ways to look at different, weaknesses that may be out there, use them as our strengths when we go in. We have people that have been stuck in facilities for years, not being able to move for one reason or another, especially due to the staffing crisis or, maybe even the way that the inset process currently works. So it's, I think, pivotal to ensure that the education happens before we rather dive into exactly what it is. And once that happens, our members seem to quickly understand that it's going to be crucial for us to go back to the table. The economics times have changed. And first of all, negotiate pay.
So one of the questions that we often get about the CBA is why was the contract even extended in the first place? When we talk to the people, I like to be very clear that we weren't part of that decision. Although we weren't part of that decision, we did think at the time that it was an appropriate decision.
Yeah, and when you say the we, we're talking you and I.
Correct. Neither one of us were on the board when that decision was made. It was a unanimous decision by the board, but one that we would have supported had we been on the board. Recognizing that is still that the communication could have been different. We think that our members are intelligent enough. They deserve to be communicated with, and we probably definitely should have communicated with them differently. We should have told them the options. Obviously, you can't negotiate in the public, but we should have told them the options. And when we get in that seat, we will discuss those options with them. Let them know what the contract does about reopener clauses and when you have to make that determination. But honestly, we were at an all-time low in traffic with a projection of an additional 10 years at that time before we returned to traffic. Traffic came rip-roaring back, so we need to get back to the table and address that fact.